My name is Mark Shinsato, and today I'll be reviewing the tariff sheet and giving a sample tariff presentation. A tariff sheet comes in every Vantage pack that the company ships out, and the tariff sheet was meant so that you can have a duplicatable presentation that the beginner, the new person, as well as the seasoned distributor can use to duplicate their business. As you know, if you duplicate the business, then the business continues to grow. So we're going to review a simple presentation that can be used in an ABC presentation, as well as a small group presentation or a large group presentation. You can adapt the presentation to meet your needs. Also, you could give a 5-minute presentation, a 15-minute presentation, or even a 45-minute presentation by customizing the content of the presentation. So take some notes with the end in mind, or the goal that you're going to be doing the presentation yourself. Thank you. So when I look at any business opportunity, I always look for 6 key components. And if these 6 key components exist, then I know that there's a better chance that I can make some money. So the first thing I look for is a company, making sure that 2 key components are, 1, that the company has the ability to raise capital over time. I think that's really, really important. And the second component is the management team. Do they have the experience in running a successful company? And even more importantly, is do they have experience in that particular industry in network marketing? So let me give you a quick overview. The company's been around for about 10 years now. About 7 years ago, a major news organization ran a news piece on our product. And when that news piece aired, I mean, sales just skyrocketed to over $5 million a month, I mean, just overnight. But they didn't have the capacity to deliver on the sales. So over time, sales decreased to about $3 million a year, down from $5 million a month. And the company was, was struggling. At that time, they brought a new CEO, and his job, of course, was to increase sales. And he looked at the product, and he said, you know what? This product is not a retail product, and we sold our products through different retail stores. So he said we have to change our business model, and they changed the business model from retail to network marketing in 2009, May of 2009, and our fiscal year goes from July 1st to June 30th. Okay, so in May of 2009 they made the switch, and when they made the switch, our sales, went from went from $3 million a year to $11 million a year in that first couple of months. And so that power of word-of-mouth advertising, network marketing is pretty amazing. And then the second year, or the first full year of network marketing, we went from $11 million to $38.9 million, and then $126.2 million. And this fiscal year, we're on track to do over $200 million in sales. And so that network marketing channel is pretty amazing, that word of mouth. And then our executive team, they just have the expertise in running successful companies. So that's the company, okay? And we're a publicly traded company, and our stock symbol is LFVN. So you can do some research. And that's another key point, is because we're a publicly traded company, we have to follow the SEC guidelines and the FDA and FTC guidelines as well. The next thing is timing. Timing is so vital. Let me ask you a question. If, for example, Microsoft, if you had, $1,000 to invest, and you could invest in the beginning, in the 80s or today, to take advantage of that growth, when would be a better time to invest that $1,000?
Definitely in the beginning. Exactly,
because you want to take advantage of that timing and that massive growth that they went through. Okay, we're right here. We're right in the beginning stages of LifeVantage. So it's a great timing, and we'll get back to that towards the end again. The next key component is trends, and when you look at trends, if you can identify the trends and position your product or service in front of those trends, there's a better chance that you can be successful. For example, what if I said I was going to open a record shop today? Would I be able to make some money? Maybe, but it might be tough, right? Because it's past the trends. Everything is digital, right? And so, digital downloads, and that's why some of these other companies like Netflix and iTunes. I mean, they're just growing because they're in front of those trends. Okay, so trends are important. Here's a couple of our trends. If people are losing their homes, people are losing their cars, but one thing that they are still concerned about is their health, right? Even if you lose everything, people are concerned about their health. So I think that health and wellness is a huge trend. Okay, and the second trend are baby boomers. And if you look at these baby boomers, they're late 40s to early 60s, and it's the first time in life that they're in the same place and same timing in their lives. They're getting older. They don't want to look older, and they don't want to feel older, and so they either have the money to spend on products to address that, or they're worried about retirement. And that's where the business opportunity comes in. They're looking for a way to supplement their retirement and their income. And that's why those trends are so important. And we fall right in front of those trends. Okay? The next key thing is products. And when you're looking at products, you want to look for products that are unique and consumable. Because if they're unique, that means you can't get them anywhere else, right? You can't go to Walmart or Costco and pick up the products. So being unique is important. And if they're unique, guess what? You can only get them through LifeVantage. Okay? And from a business aspect, that's amazing. And the next key component is that they're consumable. What that means is that you use them on a daily basis. And if you use it on a daily basis, then you'll purchase it on a regular basis. And again, from a business viewpoint, that's pretty amazing, right? Mm-hmm. Okay? So that's products. And we'll get back into the products later in our presentation. The next thing you want to look for is compensation. Okay? There's only two ways to make money in life. The first way is to trade time for money, called linear income. You work an hour, you make $1, or $10, or $50, or $500, just depending on your occupation, right? And the more you want to make, the more you gotta work. And if you don't work, you don't make money. Okay, so can you relate to that?
Yes.
I think we all can, right? So that's the first way. The second way to make money is something called leveraged income. And I just call it Harry Potter money. Okay? And all that means is you build it once, it's going to pay you over and over and over again, just like J.K. Rowling and Harry Potter. How many times did she write that book? Once, right? And how many times does she get paid? A lot. Every time someone buys a book, buys a DVD, rents a DVD, downloads it and watches it on Netflix, or goes to a Harry Potter amusement park, buys a Harry Potter pen or t-shirt, guess what? She gets paid a royalty. Okay? So if you could choose between linear income or Harry Potter money, leveraged income, what would you choose?
Definitely Harry Potter money.
Why? Why would you want to make some Harry Potter money?
Because you'll make a lot more money that way.
That's right. Okay. So compensation, and we'll get into the compensation in just a bit. And the last is a system, and we'll cover the system towards the end. Okay. So let's get back to products. Okay. Products is just one key component of all those 6 components that you want to look for. Can you do me a favor? I want you to circle oxidative stress. Okay. Well, oxidative stress, that's a damage to the cells, simply speaking. So that oxidative stress or that cell damage causes the aging process to occur, right? And the more damage to the cells or oxidative stress, the more that we age. So the body naturally produces that cell damage, oxidative stress, and at the same time, the body naturally produces a mechanism to reduce that damage. And that mechanism is a set of genes called survival genes. And these survival genes protect the body on a 1 to million ratio. Can you just circle 1 to million here? Okay. So 1 molecule of those survival genes will reduce up to 1 million of these things called free radicals that produce that cell damage or oxidative stress in the body. So the body naturally produces the damage and naturally reduces the damage. Here's the problem. When we hit about 20 years old, the body slowly reduces the production of those survival genes. Can you just draw a downward arrow on your sheet? okay? So when you hit about 20 years old, it naturally stops producing that mechanism to reduce that damage. So there's a cause and effect relationship. What do you think happens to that oxidative stress? Goes up, right? So can you just draw an upward arrow, okay? Now, we're all getting older, okay? We don't look old, we don't feel old. So we take something called antioxidants. Can you just write antioxidants here, please? Now, antioxidants, we get those through the foods that we eat, through the berries, through the vegetables, the broccolis, the spinaches. And these antioxidants, they're good for us, right? And they help to protect us against that, that oxidative stress. Mm-hmm. The problem is that these antioxidants that we get through the foods and vegetables and vitamin C's and E's, for example, they only protect the body on a 1-to-1 ratio. Can you just underline 1-to-1 right there? Meaning that one molecule of these antioxidants that we get through the foods that we eat will reduce one molecule of that oxidative stress damage. Then it's used up and it goes out of the body, okay? And so we can never consume enough of those antioxidants, okay? So what Protandim is not, okay? Protandim is not an antioxidant. Do me a favor and just draw an X through antioxidants, okay? So it's not an antioxidant. What it is, it's a master switch. Can you just write master switch there? Because it just tells the body to turn back on the production of those survival genes. And when it does, guess what happens to that damage in the body? That cell damage goes down. See how brilliant that is? It just naturally turns it back on, and that damage naturally goes down. Okay? So that's what Protandim isn't, and that's what it is. Okay? Now, you don't have to believe me. There's a bunch of studies. Okay? Here's some of the universities and hospitals all across the globe that are doing studies on Protandim. Okay? And to read those studies, you can go to www.pubmed.gov. Okay? PubMed.gov. Maybe you can just write that here, PubMed.gov. That's the National Institute's, their database, their library, online library of all their approved studies from all across the globe. Okay? For example, there's a study by Harvard on Duchenne's muscular dystrophy, or studies on heart disease, one that was published in the American Heart Association Journal, for example. So you can just go to PubMed.gov and put in Protandim in that search engine, and the studies will pop up. And that's a key point, okay? It's these universities and hospitals that are doing the studies and not LifeVantage, okay? So you can go there and pull up the studies and read them for yourself. And that's powerful. It's not LifeVantage saying, here's what this does. It's these universities, okay? Well, the next thing is patents. Can you just underline patents here? And next to patents, I want you to write equal IP, intellectual property. Because when you have intellectual property, guess what? That means you just can't get anywhere else, okay? I mean, that's how these companies, they protect their patents, because they make millions and billions of dollars because of their patents. And now we have 7 patents, okay, that protect their product. And when you have these patents, again, just equals intellectual property. That means you can't get them anywhere else. Okay? And that's why when I saw this intellectual property, I said this is an amazing business opportunity. Do you remember the end of that news piece that you watched? The newscaster leaned over to one of the scientists and asked, does it remove wrinkles or prevent wrinkles? And the scientist kind of laughed and said, we can't make any false claims. Well, that was about 7 years ago. Since then, what we've done is we've taken those 5 natural ingredients in Protandim and we've put them into a skincare product. So now we can tell you that this actually helps, help you to look better and feel better, okay? So we have something called True Science Anti-Aging Cream. Let me just put it in the back of your hand. Just rub it in the back of one hand and just see how that feels, okay? How does that feel? Isn't it? It's smooth. Is it oily?
No.
It just kind of absorbs immediately into your skin. How does it smell?
It smells good.
Good, good. Now, look at both hands. You're going to start to see immediately, okay, it starts to moisturize the skin. You're going to see a difference in your skin. And the more you use it, the bigger difference you're going to start to see in your skin. So we have, one technology, two uses, an inside-out approach, okay, to anti-aging, and a outside-in approach called True Science, okay. We've also added a third use to our technology, something called Canine Health, and that does everything that Protandim does that we just talked about. But it also, but it's for our pet dogs, okay? And it does everything Protandim does. In addition, it also helps with cognitive health, cognitive function, joint health, heart health as well, okay? So again, one technology, three uses: an inside-out approach, an outside-in approach, and a approach to help our man's best friend, our pet dogs. Okay? So let's just turn this around, okay? Now, if you just like the products, you can just be a customer, okay? Now, you can either buy it at retail or you can save some money. What would you rather do?
Save some money.
Save some money, of course. And we have a program called a preferred customer program, and there's no fee to join. But when you become a preferred customer, you'll be able to get a discount on our products. There's something called a Vantage Pack. Can you write VP, Vantage Pack? Okay. In that Vantage Pack, for $630, you're going to get a bunch of products. Okay. The bulk of it is product and some tools to help you build that business. It's kind of that business in a box. It's everything you need to get your business started. Okay. Now, in addition to that, the product and the tools, you're going to get an executive team. You're going to get customer service. You're going to get your own website. You're going to get an IT department. You're going to get a marketing department. I mean, everything you need, all the support services, in addition to your product and tools. Okay, so for a small investment, you're going to get a lot of support to help you build your business. Fair enough? Okay. Now, there's 6 ways we're going to pay you. Can you just draw a line under number 2 here? Then I want you to write weekly next to 1 and 2, and then monthly next to 3, 4, 5, and 6. Because 1 and 2 will pay you weekly, 3, 4, 5, and 6 is going to pay you monthly. So that Vantage Pack is a one-time purchase. From the second month, if you want to make the bonuses and commissions, we have something called an auto ship qualification. And to maximize that payout, you want to have at least $200 worth of preferred customer sales and or personal use. So let's get back to here, to the royalty commission. I want to start there first. That's kind of my favorite one. That's the Harry Potter money, okay? So let's say this is you, okay? And I'm going to focus my numbers on the business builder, and you can throw in all of the, the preferred customer orders as well. So that's you, and you tell 5 people about the business, and they join with the Vantage Pack. So can you underline 5 there, please? And they're going to have at least $200 worth of customer sales and or personal use. So underline $200 here. That's going to give you a total sales of about $1,000. Okay, so if you underline $1,000 here, we're going to pay you 2% now on all that $1,000 sales on that first level there. Okay, so if you underline 2%, and that's going to give you a residual income, okay, of a whopping $20 a month. Okay, so if you could underline 20, not a lot of money, but I mean, would you like $20 coming in month after month after month after month?
Yeah, why not?
Why not, right? I mean, that's kind of a couple of cups of cocoa every month. Okay. Now, these, and you could tell 5 people, you could tell 10 people, or 2 people, or 50 people. Okay. So however many people you tell there, in this example is 5. They tell more people. And in this example, it's 25 people. So can you underline 25 there? Now, these 25 people, right, we're going to pay you now 5% of their total sales of $5,000 here. In other words, we're going to pay you another $250. I mean, 250 plus 20, that's 270. That's a car payment, even, right? Okay? So from there, these people, they're going to tell more people. In this example, it's 125. Can you underline 125? And we're going to pay you 9% now. Can you underline that there? of all those sales on that third level. In other words, we're going to pay you another $2,250. Not bad. $2,250 to $250, $20. That's what, $2,520. Can you just write that there? $2,520. I mean, that's rent. That's a house payment there. Okay. So if you take that, I mean, how would you like to make that on a part-time basis? This on top of everything else you're already making. Would you like that?
Very much.
So you take that, times it by 12, okay? That's going to give you just over $30K annually, part-time. How does that sound?
Really good to me.
Okay, so you got that. Now, here's your homework assignment, okay? Because if you're looking for a business, you want to do some homework. So from here, what we're going to do, we're going to pay you 5% on your 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and then a 2% of all the sales on that level. So your homework assignment is to take these numbers here and just play with these numbers, okay? As this increases, times that by at least $200 worth of sales there. That's going to give you total sales in your group on that level there, times it by the percentage, and that's going to give you the possible income on that level there. Okay, so play with that and see how that what that turns out to be. When I ran my numbers, I put into a spreadsheet, and I looked at that and I said, "Wow, I'm in." Okay, so that's your homework assignment there. Now, in addition to that, we're going to pay you a generational matching bonus, and here's the concept. Okay, remember those people that you personally enrolled in the business? Those 5 people in this example here. Well, whatever they make now, in addition to making that royalty commission, you can also make this, okay? These 5 people that you enrolled, whatever they make in that royalty commission, you're going to make a matching 10% check per person. Okay, so if they make $100, you're going to make $10. If they make $1,000, you're going to make $100. If they make $10,000, you're going to make $1,000. Okay, so whatever they make, you're going to make a matching 10% check per person. Okay? Now from there, those people told more people, right? Now you're going to make another matching 5% check per person. And in this example, 5% check per 25 people there. And these 25 people, they tell more people. And if they tell 125 people or 500 people or 50 people, whatever they make, you're going to make a matching 5% matching bonus check there. Okay? And they tell more people, another 5% check, and they tell more people, another 5% matching check per person. It's a business of people helping people. Okay? So the more you help people, the more you're going to make too. Isn't that fantastic? Okay? People helping people. Now the next bonus is an elite bonus pool. And all that means is we're going to take 4% of the global sales of LifeVantage, okay? And whatever that global sales is, we're going to put 4% of the pool into a pool, and you're going to get a piece of that pool, okay? How would you like a piece of the global sales? Pretty amazing, okay? So that's that there. Now, let's go back up to the top. If you invest in a business, would you like to make your money back as your first step? Absolutely. So we're going to show you how to do that, okay? So this is you here, and when the first 3 people enroll in your business, we're going to pay you $210 per person. So can you write 210, 210, 210 right there? So 210, 210, 210 equals 630. Do you remember what your Vantage pack was? 630, right? So guess what? You just made your money back, okay? And this pays weekly. So if you enrolled me today, for example, next week, Friday, they're going to send you a check, okay? So 210, 210, 210, you just made your money back. So enroll 3 and you make your money back, okay? Now, when the 4th person enrolls in your business, you become a leader. Can you write leader here? When the 4th person enrolls, you become a leader. Now, when you become a leader, you're going to make $260. Can you write 260 there? Remember, this pays you weekly from your 4th person on. Okay, for the same work, just more money. Okay? So, give me a friend's one of your friends that you know, that you care about, you want to help?
McKinley.
McKinley. So here's McKinley there, okay? So McKinley now, you tell McKinley about this business. He listens to a presentation, he says, yes, I'm in, okay? So McKinley, if he wants to make his money back, how much money does he, how many people does he need to introduce to this business?
It'll just be 3.
3, exactly. So when 3 people in a row, he's going to make his $630 back, okay? If he wants to become a leader, how many people does he need in a row?
4.
4, right? So when he becomes a leader, guess what happens? Because you help to become a leader, now they're going to pay you another $35 or $50 every time someone enrolls in McKinley's organization. Isn't that fantastic, whether you know them or not? Mm-hmm. $35 or $50 every time someone enrolls. Now there's some details to that, so get back to your friend that introduced you to the business, but that's the concept. Become a leader and help your people become a leader, and they're going to pay you more money. Okay? Great. Well, that's kind of an overview of how you're going to get paid with LifeVantage. Let's turn that sheet back over to the front. So we just went over company, timing, trends, products, compensation. The last thing is a system. You want a system that will take you from an amateur to a professional. What's the difference between an amateur and a professional? An amateur pays money to play, and a professional gets paid to play, right? Mm-hmm. In anything. Whether it's business, whether it's sports, music, whatever, the professional gets paid to play. So we have a system called the proven plan, okay? And that proven plan will take you from A to Z. It'll show you how to become that professional, okay? So again, we have the 6 key components here. And when the 6 key components exist, to me, there's a better chance that you can make some money in that business. Again, the last thing is just timing. We talked about that. We talked about the beginning stages. We talked about this massive growth, and then we talked about this stabilization, okay? Again, we're right here in the beginning. We're right here in the beginning stages. Now, we're just looking for people that see the vision. We're looking for people that want to change their lives. We're looking for people that want to help other people, okay? If that's you, we would love to work with you. So at the end of the presentation, people typically fall into 1 of 3 types of people. The first type of person is, I'm a 1. I'm interested in the business. I'm either interested in finding out more about the business, or I'm ready to get started. Okay. Type 2 is, I just want to use the product. I want to be a consumer. And if you're a 2, here's the question. Do you want to buy it at retail, or do you want to buy it at a wholesale price? And then 3 is, I'm not interested. Not interested in the business, or not interested in using the product. So which one are you, a 1, a 2, or a 3?
I'm a 1, definitely.
Well, welcome to our LifeVantage family. So we just finished the presentation. What's the next step? Well, if they're a 1, then what you want to do is to enroll them as a Vantage Pack distributor. If they're a 2, you're going to give them 2 options. You're going to say, so would you rather buy it at the full retail price, or would you rather buy it at the preferred customer wholesale price and save some money? And then you're going to enroll them there. And if they're a 3, what you can do is just ask them if they know anyone else that would be interested in using the product and or interested in the business. And you just want to follow up with that person. You want to respect them because, they just told you that they're not interested in the product or the business, but you can ask them, would it be okay if your friend follows up with you over time and lets you know, or lets the new person know how they're doing. And that just gives you the permission to go back and follow up with them over time. The most important thing is continuing that friendship and that relationship with that new friend that you just made. So we appreciate you being here. A couple of things to wrap up, right? Remember that this tariff sheet presentation, we use a tariff sheet so that it's duplicatable, that anyone can do it. The new person can do the presentation from day 1. All they have to do is read the different things on the tariff sheet, and they can do a presentation. And if they can do the presentation, then that means that there's residual income. If they can't do the presentation, then guess what happens? Your business stops. So duplication is so vital to your success. And this tariff sheet makes it so simple to do a presentation, and then it gives them something to take home with them to review. Thank you so much. And again, use the tear-off sheet and duplicate, duplicate, duplicate.